Hey everybody, it's Benjamin here at the Scentual Fragrance Channel, coming back at you with more fragrances, more colognes, more perfumes, and scented goods. So what are we talking about today? This is Baccarat Rouge 540 from Scentual Obsessions. Yes, a beautiful fragrance, a cologne. Of course, this is a cologne, and this was sent to me for review. So take this all with a grain of salt if you'd like to. But let's talk about this fragrance. First off, this does smell like Baccarat Rouge 540. If you're not already familiar with Baccarat Rouge 540, it's a more of a medicinal, kind of like a piercing, interesting sweetness with a that's kind of powdery in a way, with a very interesting ambergris kind of base and heart to the fragrance. To me, that's what Baccarat Rouge 540 is. That's the character of it, and that's what you get here in this fragrance. The differences with this fragrance is this fragrance smells a little bit more like an average sugary kind of smell in the very opening, and then it smells pretty darn close to the real thing. In the dry down, though, it doesn't have exactly the same smell of ambergris and the quality of ambergris, but it smells very close to the real thing. Now, I do want to mention a couple things that might be a pro to you and might be a con, depending on what kind of fragrance lover you are. I don't get near as much of the medicinal vibe from this fragrance. Some people say it's Band-Aids. Some people say it smells antiseptic or like a doctor's office. To me, that's coming from a certain type of oud, and I have smelled oud that can come off in a medicinal way. So to me, I don't think it might not even be listed in the Baccarat Rouge 540 from the brand, but I do think that there is that medicinal oud in this fragrance. So, anyways, this fragrance doesn't have that medicinal oud as much. And again, the ambergris, some people really don't like ambergris, and some people absolutely love it. It's a very distinctive musky smell, and it often, a lot of times, is also salty. In the original, it's a very, very clean, very approachable ambergris, but there is a lot of that quality to me in the original Baccarat Rouge 540. That's what gives it so much longevity, sillage, especially when you walk past people. So, this is a little bit more of a laid-back, everyday fragrance. It's a little bit more versatile, in my opinion. And for those who don't want something as unusual or niche-like that's in the original, this definitely has less of that medicinal vibe. So that might be a positive for you if you want something more affordable as well. So nice fragrance. It smells really nice. Again, my personal opinion is that Baccarat Rouge, the smell of Baccarat Rouge 540 to me is slightly feminine, but it is a purely unisex fragrance. Anybody and everybody can wear it very comfortably. But for my personal taste, I lean more towards the masculine style of fragrances. Baccarat Rouge 540 to me has always been something that I personally would appreciate more on a lady. Performance-wise on this one is probably about 7 hours or so. It's not a bad performer. The real Baccarat Rouge 540 does have very good performance. It's more of like a 9-hour fragrance, maybe longer, especially if you tend to overspray. And that fragrance is, again, more of a airy, dispersive fragrance, so you could easily overspray with Baccarat Rouge 540. This one, it's nice. It's probably going to give you 6 or 7 hours of performance. Projection is more on the average side, and sillage is all right. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it's bad, but overall, it's a very nice smell. It does smell fairly similar, pretty similar to the real thing, and I wouldn't knock it. I do want to say that there is an interesting, to my nose, very, very slightly maybe herbal nuance to this fragrance, like a very clean, almost like alcoholic herbal quality to this. And that's the kind of quality I get from this. It's probably the interpretation or whatever molecule they're using. It's probably, in this fragrance, it's probably the interpretation or what's supposed to be the medicinal vibe. To me, it comes off slightly herbal in a very interesting, almost sour-like way. So, but overall, it's kind of a sweet fragrance. It's kind of a musky fragrance. That's what you're getting with this fragrance for sure. That's the style. That's mostly what you're going to smell. Now, with the compliment factor, This is a very nice fragrance for compliments. It's very light. It's very easy to wear. It's very approachable and wearable, but yet is a little bit more distinctive. This doesn't smell like a fruity floral exactly, or any of those other mass appealing fragrances. And again, I would categorize this a little bit more for the ladies. And if you're a gentleman, you know, there's not a lot of fragrances that smell like this. There's not a lot of fragrances that are maybe very, very slightly cherry-like or musky-like. There's not a lot of fragrances out there particularly like that. So you know, this is going to smell a little bit distinct, but it's still fresh, it's still light, it's still pretty clean. So it's still a fragrance that the average person understands and accepts, and not only accepts, but they like it. And this fragrance certainly is a good compliment getter. You know, price wise, you can get a full size 100 ml for about $55. The prices have gone up a little bit with this brand, but that's only to cover shipping, and you're still getting a good quality fragrance for a good price. You know, compared to a retail fragrance at your mall for about $80, you know, you're getting something that's a little bit more unique, lasts about just as long, and you're getting an interpretation of something that smells a little bit more exotic, a little bit more different, and certainly that's, I think, a good thing all around. So this is a good offering. It's a very good alternative to the original. If you love the original, just like with Aventus or anything else, if you truly love that spark of, you know, whatever it is, Tuscan leather or oud wood or ombre leather or all kinds of other distinctive fragrances, if you love the original, you know, nothing's probably going to replace the original. But if you're on a budget, if you want to save some money, if you want something more affordable, and you just want to get by and smell similar and very nice, and very close to the original thing for a lot less money, significantly less money. Again, this one's about $55, and the real thing will cost you $300 plus. So it's up to you to decide what's worth it to you. Do you have the money? Is it worth for you to pay $300 for a fragrance, or is it worth for you to get something that smells almost as good, and the performance is not bad, and you know, for a sixth of the price? So it all depends on you. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Again, this was sent to me for review from the brand. I do like this brand. I do appreciate the generosity and the owner for how, you know, generous he is with the fragrance community, and for getting his name out there. I love that kind of hustle, and I love that kind of work. So definitely check out this brand. Let me know what you think. Again, if you're particularly picky on quality, you know, this brand might not be for you if you're a big stickler, you know, for, you know, really, really high-end fragrances. But I do like this brand, and find some of their fragrances very nice and very wearable for very cheap. So definitely check out this brand, Scentual Obsessions. I'll link them down below if you'd like to check out their website. And thank y'all so much for watching today. If you did like my video, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell a friend, and when you hit the notification bell, hit all notifications so you don't miss out on any of my episodes and any of my content. So I'll see you next time, my friends, and bye, everybody.